You're under 18. You won't be doing anything. Welcome once again to Chill Filtered, the podcast where we drink whiskey so you don't have to, but you probably should. You probably are. Hey, we like you. Thanks for joining us today. We are drinking two pours today. One sponsored episode. We're going to talk about that real quick. We were sent a full bottle. Cheers. Full bottle of 13th Colony Cask Strength, the first edition of their Cask Strength Ryes. That they're just, this is like a common offering they're going to put out every year now. But we are very excited, and there's a whole story behind it because we have something even potentially crazier. Who knows? This might be amazing. This might be like top tier amazingness, which I expect it to be very good, actually.
I know,
but we do have something else that is very rare, very lucky, and we're excited to drink it. It's it's a double oaked HAZMAT double oaked. Look at that gold label. 41 proof, 0.2 or something. Yeah, 141.2 proof. Single barrel from 13th Colony, double oaked, baby. I'll give a little hint. Bryan got this on a random email lottery from the distillery themselves. Like, basically, like, we only picked, 90 people or something like that?
90 people nationwide.
That's crazy. And he got the email. And so...
And I only entered on my own one email address. I did not create 20 email addresses and flood the...
You could have.
I know.
With how they did it. Like, they had proxy pickups, so you could have.
Yeah, I know. You could have made thousands of fake email addresses if you wanted to, which all the more reason why it's ridiculous. I mean, just the number of entries on this was probably through the roof because anybody could do anything.
Yeah. All right. Before we get into anything, let's talk about some business. So hit us up on Instagram. I wish it weren't about Instagram, but Instagram is it sometimes. But that being said, we love talking to our listeners. We love talking to our peeps. Anyone who's been around for a while knows that we will respond, and we love talking whiskey. We love talking life. So hit us up on Instagram, whether you need to follow us or just reach out. As Robbie used to say, reach out and touch us. And so that's the business for this week. Bryan, we recorded 2 days ago.
I know.
But I'm going on vacation in 2 days. So it is better that we record twice in 1 week. So I'm excited, though.
Even though we recorded 2 days ago, I feel like we have plenty to talk about.
For sure.
Remind us again now, because I'm terrible. Where are you going again? Maine?
I'm going to Maine.
Yeah. So what are you doing? What's the itinerary?
We're just doing a few, I'm not a big touristy guy. I'm certainly not a touristy guy.
Certainly.
But we're doing a few things like that. We're doing we're going on a boat and seeing some lighthouses. We're going to some good restaurants. We're staying at a decent hotel. Should be nice. Portland's got some cool history, and I don't know. It's a cool scene. I've been told, and maybe it doesn't stand up anymore, but I've been told it's got top 3 breweries per capita on the East Coast.
That's cool.
So it's got vibe, I guess. When you have a lot of breweries, that kind of tells you a lot about your city. So about
and
that.
It's just is it just you and Heather?
Yep. No, with the girls. We're taking the girls.
Okay.
We're flying up to Boston and shipping up there, and then we're driving to Portland from there. And then this is our first vacation with the girls without other family.
Okay.
So this will be different. But I'm setting my expectations low, but I really do hope it's going to be dope. So
nice.
Because you never know. Like, we don't know how Gray's going to do with sleeping at night. We don't know how Beck's going to do sleeping at night. But we're a little worried. I do get to see my sister, Amanda. She lives in Vermont these days, so she'll drive over. We'll spend time with her. I do get to see my old buddy named Trevor. I guess that's the way to put it. And Trevor actually was one of my Like he was there when I started my whiskey journey. Like him and I, when I started writing that original blog, he was my partner in crime while we were getting all these whiskeys and developing these relationships with these liquor stores. He was the guy that did it with me. And that's how we got like bottles like Pappy 15 and William Lure Weller and stuff like that, because he was working with me. So when it did come down to it, when we did get the big drop of the fall season in 2015, believe it or not, that's 10 years ago. He got the William LaRue, I got the Pappy 15, and in the meantime, we got crazy bottles, like things like birthday bourbon, things like, of course, Elmer T. Lee, or some crazy pours of like what else?
Mr. Sam?
Like things like, what's that?
Mr. Sam?
No, Mr. Sam was lucky a few years or a year or two after, but that was in Virginia.
Gotcha.
But like, I don't know, like Stags and what else? There was some crazy bottles. We had Yamazaki 18 at the time, like just some cool stuff. And that's how we got the Eagle Rare 17, was basically through all that stuff. And it was pretty cool. So Trevor was there. We basically split the bill on getting all those things. And basically that was our method. So anyway, together, teamwork, dreamwork. So we get to see him. He's going to take me to a whiskey bar, and he's very excited. So am I. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll have to hit up some stores. Although I think is
Maine's a independent state.
Yeah. I can't remember what the situation is up there. I don't think, Vermont is not a controlled state, because that's where
New Hampshire might be.
Okay. Oh, wait, Vermont's on the west side and New Hampshire's on the east side. Yeah.
Vermont's on the west, New Hampshire's on the east. Yeah. Maine is a control state, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you don't need to go to a couple stores.
Yeah, it's not going to be worth it. You never know in other states, though. Like, I've seen things in control states where I'm like, how did they get that here?
Right. Yeah.
So, but it's always usually better outside of that. Yeah.
Yeah. You had a fun bar outing last night, right?
I did. Yes. I went to the bar I used to work at here in Richmond. And Floyd, my dog, was working that night. Ryan was not. Ryan's the guy that I think you were there with. No, you weren't there with Ryan. You've never seen Ryan, I don't think.
I might have.
You seen Bryan.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
But Ryan, by the way, is my other favorite guy.
You said Floyd, my dog, and it sounded too literal. It's like, Floyd, my dog.
My dog. No,
my literal dog.
My dog. No, Floyd and I used to work together. And so anyway, I go, and sometimes I'll like bring tidings of comfort and joy, if you know what I'm saying, of my own. Mm-hmm. And so I went there. I told Floyd, you ever heard of the Single Oak Project? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, do you remember which barrel was the number? He's like, no. But I was like, but I got the best one. And so I opened it last night with Floyd, or I poured it ahead of time, brought it up in a sample, drank it with Floyd and this other guy, Nick, who worked there. He was really cool. And we were all like, let's see if it's actually like, people like claim things all the time about Buffalo Trace and stuff. Let's see if the number one barrel of the project, is actually true. And it was best thing I ever drank.
Awesome. Yeah. God, that's exciting.
It was like barrel 16, slightly better.
Yeah. Better.
It wasn't like incredibly better, but I still love barrel 16. So yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Richer, longer finish, kind of better.
Not as rich in a longer finish. Absolutely.
Nice.
It was about the same richness. The flavors were a little more poppy. They popped a little more. There's a nice caramel apple-y note, butterscotch. But they lasted longer and they were a little more amplified, but I wouldn't exactly call it richer. That's for sure. At 90 proof, 8-year-old, it's hard to get rich in that range. But otherwise, I mean, it was fantastic. So new favorite, new number one.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun. What you been up to?
Actually, Sam and I've been on a sci-fi movie kick, like an older sci-fi movie kick.
Nice. Uh-huh.
working our way through this list of movies we have that we need to watch someday, and Moon has been on there forever.
Oh yeah, Sam Rockwell.
Sam Rockwell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Seen it.
Liked it a lot. It was good.
Yeah.
You know,
I bought
it was
that movie because I liked it. Yeah.
Oh, did you say you bought it?
Yeah, I bought it on DVD at the time. Yeah, this was
way
years
back in
ago.
the day. Yeah, because I don't remember when it came out, but it
was like at least 15 years ago.
That's what I was gonna say. 15. Yeah. Always got to look out for the Sam Rockwell dance scene.
There's the dance scene, yeah.
I know. Yeah. He didn't get to dance too much though. It was like back and forth where one of him was turning the radio on and the other kept turning it off, and so he was just like doing a little.
You know, it's like basically in his contract.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I think you taught me that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, so that was good. We liked that. And
I forget how it ended, but I remember I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, the ending wasn't bad. It had some low budget aspects to it, but like for assuming that it was a little on the lower budget side, I thought that they did really well. They did really well with what they had. So,
speaking of, go ahead. I was thinking, have you seen 2001 yet?
Oh yeah, many times.
Okay.
But
I've never seen that. Never seen it. And I don't know why I've never seen that. Yeah.
It's been a while, but I know I've seen it at least 3-ish times.
Nice.
And it's a bit of you really got to commit. If you're not ready to sit down and let the movie just wash over you, it's a bit much, and it might get a little boring for someone who doesn't really like care and want to pay attention. So you got to be like ready for it. But if you're ready for it, it's fantastic.
That's what I tell people about There Will Be Blood. It's like you got to be committed, but like and it's worth it if you are. But it is slow otherwise if you're not. Sorry.
No, you're good. Other one was The Signal. I kept seeing it on like suggested like top 5 sci-fi movies with a twist or whatever. We watched The Signal. It was also a little on the lower budget side. It was good, but I think I had my expectations set a little higher. It was just okay. I didn't really like the main characters. I didn't feel like they were like I could watch Sam Rockwell do anything all day.
Yeah, he's great.
But the characters in The Signal, they were just doing their best. So anyway, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Have you ever seen Primer? I think I might have told you about this movie.
No,
and I don't
think
about low budget. But great movie. It won Sundance's grand jury audience or maybe I think it definitely won their Sundance grand jury award for drama in 2005. I want to say. It is. I won't give anything away. It's about these two guys that accidentally create a time machine, and
sweet.
And it's like it's a drama, but it's really not a sci-fi, but it is. But it's much more of a drama. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Very good movie. It's one of those movies. It's short enough. You'll want to watch it the next day again. You're like, how did I miss this? It's really
sweet.
Like that,
I tell you, the Sam special is we'll finish watching the movie and we'll head to bed. But during like our little 10-minute on our phones in bed wind down time, Sam's like Googling all the things like what did I miss in this movie to like read a bunch of like recaps and stuff.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
And it was like a $10,000 budget or something like that.
Wow. Our ideal, like our favorite movies are the ones where something crazy happens, some really cool twist, and we have gone into the movie without knowing anything, like no trailers, don't even like there are certain people in our lives that we will take recommendations of. All they have to tell us is the title of a movie and just watch it and don't look up anything, and we will just do it. And
is that me? Am I on that?
You are now. Yeah, you are
okay,
now.
Good.
Yeah, the Sam Rockwell dancing got slidgy in there, but when it had just come out, Sam and I hadn't even heard of it yet. And it's the Korean guy Bong Joon-ho, I think. He's made a couple Netflix movies.
Like the Parasite one.
Parasite, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. We didn't know anything, and so my buddy Josh was like, "You got to watch Parasite." Like he was
cool,
like, "Tonight." He was like,
nice.
"Like it's super popular. It's gonna show up in your TikTok feed, so you need to watch it like tonight." So we didn't even know anything about it. Cool. It was just like fire it up and let's go. And dude, you've seen it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like halfway through the movie turns into another movie, basically.
It really does, yeah. And in a good way. Like I've had that where it's like, this isn't a good way. Like it's like I appreciate, you ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
I actually don't think I have. No.
It changes into a different movie right in the middle, and you're like, I appreciated movie number 1 and I kind of appreciated movie number 2, but they're 2 separate movies. It's
Yeah. For sure.
They're like half 1 and half 2.
There's another one. I don't want to say anything that I need to recommend to you. Maybe if I think of it later in the episode, I'll just randomly shout out a name of a movie. But, but anyway,
it's oops, go away. There's a website, and I don't know if it's still as good as it once was. Probably not. But it's called flickchart.com. And you basically like says, have you seen this movie? Have you seen this movie? Which one did you like more? And you just start like clicking through all of them, and you're like this, and click A or B or A or B or A, and then it'll start ranking your favorite movies. And you can like add ones that you haven't or that you have seen that's not showing up and stuff like that. But I put it together honestly like 15 years ago probably. And it's got some fun picks on it. I'm a huge Fight Club fan. Still think that movie is amazing.
For sure.
American History X is up there. Loved that. Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
Oh, so that's you got to prepare your mind for the hateful violence in that movie.
Yeah, we're okay with that.
But it comes something good comes out of it, I guess. So.
Yeah, that we are not okay with hateful violence, but we are okay with artistic creations depicting something that is knowledge is power, and we're okay knowing about all of that and what happened.
But it's intense, I'll tell you that. But it's really good movie.
Awesome.
And then I'll throw out one more before we probably should stop talking about movies, I guess. You ever seen Hero?
No.
Jet Li. It might not be up your alley, but if you're into like Crouching Tiger type movies, which I'm sort of, but sort of not. Hero was one of my favorite Chinese fighting movies. Great movie.
Nice.
But it's been a while.
Okay, I just found it. Okay, here's my last one.
Okay.
It's a movie called Barbarian.
Okay.
I don't even want to say anything about it. Just like if you have a list, put it on your list. I don't want to give you. Yep. I don't want to give you any hints.
Justin Long. Ooh. That's
cool.
Don't it looks good. I should watch that with Heather.
Stuff either. Yeah.
Oh, it's got Richard Brake. I actually like that guy a lot. He's a random actor. But he was in Richard Brake. Look him up right now. You'll see his face and you'll be like, oh, I know who he is.
B-R-A-K-E?
He was in The Last Stop in Yuma County, and he was fantastic.
Yeah. I've seen his face for sure.
Yeah. Have you seen The Last Stop in Yuma County?
No.
Good movie. It's like a Western style in a way, but also not. But it's kind of a heisty, sort of not heisty. I don't know. It's hard to describe actually. But he was really good in that movie. He was kind of a bad guy.
Okay. Anyway. He kind of looks like a bad guy.
He does play a bad guy real well. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was in he played the guy. Okay. Random connection. He played the guy in the Batman Begins who killed Bruce Wayne's parents.
Oh, cool.
And then he's like on trial later. And I think he so but it really was a small part. But yeah, anyway.
Nice.
All right. Probably, what are we at? 20 minutes or so? Yeah, let's get back.
I know, right?
Let's get into, I do love talking movies. I could talk movies for a long time, but
yeah.
Let's get into the history. We got some basic history on 13th Colony, and then we're going to get into drinking the double oaked as well as the 2025 cask strength rye. But before we do that, let's send it to a quick break. This episode is sponsored by our listener and Patreon supporter, Joey T, better known in the whiskey wilds as the Whiskey Drinking Panda. Now, you might think that's just a cool nickname, but no, Joey earned it. Rumor has it the name was bestowed upon him after he wrestled a rogue barrel of Texas bourbon in the middle of a summer heat wave and won. A proud Texan, devoted father, and a man who can spot a good pour from 300 yards. Joey's the kind of guy who can make you laugh, pour you something special, and still have time to grill the perfect steak before the ice in your glass even thinks about melting. They say when Joey walks into a bar, the bottles shift on the shelf just to be closer to him. And when he raises a glass, somewhere, a panda in the wild tips its head in respect. Joey, thanks for the support, the Texas pride, and the reminder that whiskey is best enjoyed with equal parts heart, humor, and legend. And we're back. Hey, a month from now, let's see. Yeah, a month from today, or around today, we will be in Madison, Wisconsin. September 19th through the 21st. We have a fun weekend planned in the state of Wisconsin. And we're going to be doing things like going to a barrel pick at Driftless Glen Distillery. We're going to be doing fun nights. We're going to do, some of us are going to go to a fun Badgers game. It's going to be a hoot and fun times downtown Madison. Already got a few people on board, and we're really excited about all those people coming. And if you want to come and you haven't thought about it yet, consider coming. Especially if you live in the Midwest, that'd be cool. Just jaunt over. And have a fun John with us. So that is the notes to get to. Another quick shout out, actually, to once again 13th Colony for not only providing a pour, but providing a full bottle and reaching out to us about it, as opposed to us reaching out to them about it. So I'm excited about this one. Should be good. And then so let's get into some history on 13th Colony Distilleries. Founded in 2009, Americus, Georgia, southern end of Georgia. It's got some heat. It's got some humidity, but it's the South, baby. And they've been the first distillery to operate in Georgia since Prohibition, at least legally. And it refers to Georgia's role as the 13th U.S. colony, anchoring the brand in local heritage. But I think I looked this up. I don't think it was technically the 13th. I think it was one of the first 13th, but I don't think it was technically the 13th. I think we talked about this on a prior episode.
There's something there. I don't think it's the 13th colony, but it either is the 13th something, or it just like
the further south of the 13 colonies, at least.
Yeah. I'll see if I can figure that out.
Originated from a group of friends who began distilling spirits just as like holiday gifts to give each other. And then they expanded this passion into a full craft distillery. Now they do craft vodka, gin, and corn whiskey on site. They have a 250 gallon still. Their bourbon and rye whiskeys are sourced often from MGP. And then they age and bottle in Georgia. And that's the important part. They age and bottle in Georgia. And why that's important is because of the climate of Georgia versus Lawrenceville, Indiana. Master distiller Graham Arthur, a Le Cordon Bleu trained chef and Coast Guard veteran, personally tastes every barrel and blends carefully to ensure quality of different products. The distillery embraces Georgia's intense heat cycles and humidity to accelerate maturation, opening their rick houses to let nature drive flavor development. Their flagship kind of out of the box releases, they have their Southern Bourbon and their Southern Rye. Their core mature spirits, both aged about 4 to 6 years, bottled at 95 proof. And then they do their annual release double oaked bourbon, which has gained widespread acclaim. Distillers reportedly rediscovered it by chance after recasking some leaking barrels. I didn't know that until I researched this. Yeah, and also they have their cask strength Southern Bourbon, which we've done at least one episode on. And that's last time it was 120.6 proof, aged 5 to 6 years, and is a standout limited release that saw a lot of sellouts. Not in a bad way, selling them off the shelves.
Totally sold out.
They only in 2024 they only had 7,407 bottles of that, and we got one of them. I think. Did we just get a sample? I don't know. Maybe you would know.
2024. They sent us a bottle in 2024, but they did not send us a bottle in 2025. But I split one with Bryan Duncan. The 2025 cask strength bourbon is released. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I split one with Bryan Duncan, and I have half a bottle in a tiny bottle behind me somewhere. Yeah.
Nice. And then we actually were lucky enough to try the 15th anniversary cask strength bourbon. That was 139.2 proof. Yep, right there. And roughly about 8 years, 9 months old. And that was brought some significant buzz. They have some other unique expressions. They have a 113 bourbon with a maple barrel finish, which we've had. They
sent us one of those.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then other double oaked batches, similar to what we're drinking today. We have a single barrel double oaked. And so anyway, initially they focused on the Georgia market, but the brand has rapidly expanded. And as of last year, they were covering 9 states up to Kentucky, Missouri, Connecticut, Colorado, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, Arkansas, and West Virginia. And then in September 2023, they became the only Georgia-based bourbon distributed in Kentucky, which is kind of cool, showing up to the state of bourbon.
Nice.
And then, but yeah, they've gotten a great acclaim, I guess, or whatever the word would be. They do really well, and they do have some reasonably priced options. Some of their flagship offerings are about $50, and I think that's pretty dope. I think the greatest thing they have going for them is they're a Southern bourbon, and they're not a Texas bourbon.
Yeah.
And you don't find too many of those that are putting out, full barrel kind of stuff, like full size barrel kind of stuff. I mean, you will get that in Texas, but I feel like Texas is its own. I mean, they're really going for it, but they're their own category when it comes to bourbon. But I feel like there's not many Southern bourbons otherwise, like in the deep South. So
yeah, totally agree. Especially not to as large as this company is.
Exactly.
I think the best thing they got going for them is they finished their ryes with French oak staves. Like that is right up my alley, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And so we were excited when we heard about this one, because it's like, yeah, their bourbons can be great, but we've enjoyed their ryes quite a bit. So we'll see. I mean, we're drinking both today. We're drinking a bourbon and a rye. But I'm not even going to go there. Like, some people are like annoyed by their sourcing, but who cares? If you source, tell you source. And if you don't, tell you don't. Yeah, go ahead.
Since we're talking about that right now, just to see on the bottle, does it say distilled in Indiana? Because I
believe it does. Yeah.
Can you peek real quick?
Yep, distilled in Indiana. No lie there.
I know. Yeah. And that the whole controversy revolved around they were a little cagey and seemingly didn't want
cask strength though.
Seemingly didn't want to admit that they were sourcing. But I do believe that now, as of, I don't know, late 2024 or something, 13th Colony did start putting distilled in Indiana on the bottles. Yeah. So, I mean, like, props to them, shout out. Like, that's exactly what people expected to see and wanted to see. So I'm really glad that they're being as forthcoming as that now, at least.
All right, let's talk details of the cask strength rye. It is the 2025 release. It is the first batch of their annual releases of their cask strength rye. Not that they don't do cask strength ryes. This is just their product, the Cask Strength Rye 2025 edition. It is 20.7 proof, batch 2025, distilled in Indiana, aged and bottled by 13th Colony in Americas. And that's about it. It is. So they also say it's their Southern rye whiskey, but this is the Cask Strength Southern rye whiskey. So, can you give me some details on the double oaked?
Yeah, maybe. Tell me one more time. What was the age range on the?
Oh, that's a great question. I have that. Give me a sec.
Yeah, something like 4 to 6. I believe it's
4 to 6 years. 4 to 6 years. And I don't know why I brought this up earlier. It is a 95.5 rye from MGP. Yeah. So, and I was wrong. They're up to 15 states now, and they also do Seal Box and Bourbon Outfitters.
Yeah.
And yeah, uncut flavor. Oh, and shout out to the distillery for not only sending a bottle and a cool sticker. I got a cool 13th Colony shirt now.
Hey,
so that's dope.
Anything on the back?
It says 13th Colony, worth drinking slow, and it's got a turtle with a glass on its back. So I might wear this on my vacation.
Their new branding, their new marketing there with the turtle and everything. I like it.
Although it was only, but they say drinking slow as opposed to aging slow. So yeah, tell me about this double oak.
Yeah.
What's so special about this, John?
It is not aging slow. I have no prepared list to read off on this. I didn't really think ahead, but so I have here in my hand you know what? Maybe we should just drink the rye. Let's drink the rye and then we'll chat about that later. I'm gonna crack the rye here.
Crack it. You see how I got you a 2 sample? Well, one was a pool sample, and I was like, since I got the bottle this time, I'm gonna get. Not that I'm saying this is how we should do it, but I was like, I'm gonna get Bryan what is that? 2 mil or 100 mil?
100 mil on the flask here. Super appreciated because a lot of my buddies are interested in 13th Colony. Nice. And when 13th Colony sent me that maple finished 113,
113
might have been the fastest bottle kill of my life because I took it to bottle shares. I poured people blinds with it. It was just that 113 came in my door and that bottle was empty in like a week and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you giving me this 100 mil here enables me to be able to let a couple other people try it before it hits the shelves here in Arizona. So
next time I'll get a bigger. I'll get a 200 mil.
Yeah. And you know what? While I'm swirling this, the 2025 Cask Strength Rye here, we didn't talk about our entry buzzes at all, did we?
Oh yeah. I was entry buzzing on the 140.2 or whatever. 140.02. 8 years, 5 months, single barrel that I was able to get you for your birthday a little bit ago.
Yep. And I was also drinking a single barrel Cask Strength Rye from 13th Colony. No idea who gave me this sample.
Not me.
Actually, I think it was Chris. Shout out to Chris if that was you. But I have here, or I was entry buzzing on the SLB drinks.
Yep.
They did a single barrel with 13th Colony. Theirs was 8.5 year. And it was 140.11 proof. So very, pretty close. Very similar in stats to the one that you picked up.
Yeah.
But since you were drinking the other one, I went ahead and poured a little bit of that one too. And at least those two against each other, the SLB one comes across very, very MGP bright red fruity. And yours, the one that you got me, comes across much more darker, musty, deep dark brownish color tasting.
That's what
the 13th Colony one, or sorry, the SLB one was so much fruitier. So like, I'm really excited to see here if this is going to be on the fruity side or if it's going to be on the musty side. So
I think so far on the nose, it's the musty side. I'm not getting strong fruit notes. I'm not getting strong candy notes either for a 95.5 Cask Strength.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of smoky, almost cigarette smoky on the nose. Not, it's The nose is comes across a little youthy. There's some sharp ethanol stuff on the nose here, but there's some good sweet finished characteristics here. Pretty oaky and like a sweet oaky on the nose.
Do you know if they do French oak staves on this guy? I don't think there was any mention of that. Similar to their standard.
So I agree, there wasn't.
Or no, that was the one. No, never mind. Sorry, cut you off.
I don't think there was any mention of that either explicitly, but I am under the impression that they French oak stave finish all of their ryes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. To be confirmed.
Yeah. Oh yes. It says, quote, "Our community asked and we're answering. This summer we're releasing our first ever small batch of cask strength Southern Rye whiskey, building on the popularity of our flagship Southern Rye and past releases of our single barrels of cask strength ryes," said Maxwell Darby, the president of 13th Colony Distilleries, whose flagship Southern Rye whiskey is known for the French oak spirals that smooth out the harsh rye spice and create a balance of flavors that appeals to all whiskey drinkers. We selected 80 rye whiskey barrels for this batch number 1 and let time and our southern Georgia climate do their work. It didn't disappoint, and we can't wait for fans to try it. So that being said, they didn't mention they didn't do it for this, so we can assume that it's the same barrels as the standard Southern Rye.
Gotcha.
Therefore, there are spirals of French oak.
I was skimming the old email we got from them when they said they were going to send us one of these. I didn't see a price listed anywhere. Have you?
Great question.
The cask strength bourbons,
90 to 100.
Okay,
not a bad price for
cask strength bourbons were 90 to 100 as well. But yeah, so I figured it'd be around there.
All right,
man,
I'm going to talk about the good first.
Yeah, go.
At the finish, there is a slightly candy note. I like that. It's dope. My first 2 sips, I didn't get too youthy notes. I wouldn't call this a super young whiskey. But on the 3rd sip, you can tell there's not a lot of maturity to it, but it's still not youthy. If that makes sense. Like it's between old and young. It's somewhere in the middle where you can't say it's old, you can't say it's young, which is good for a 4 to 6 year rye whiskey. I do like the brown sugariness, the density of it. I do like the I guess richness of it a little bit. It is not light. It is actually, the oak shows up on this guy. I do like that to some extent. I wish it were fruitier though. That's my only big complaint. I wish it were a little fruitier for a 95.5 rye. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. There is not a lot of fruit here. And I think I'll agree with just about everything else you said. There is a very nice viscosity here.
Yeah.
There is a kind of syrupy, almost like there's a little simple syrup in here. There's a really nice mapley flavor too that I get.
I could see that.
This like sugary, thick, mapley, syrupy is neck and neck in terms of intensity with the youthiness that's there too. So I do get the heat and the youthiness, but it is well masked by all of the sweet and flavor that's going on here with the syrupy viscosity. So I think
go ahead.
I do think that
a turbinado simple syrup, or like a demerara simple syrup. It's not like a white demerara, sugar. Yeah, like where it's like a brown. I'm getting that as like similar to what you're saying. Yeah,
totally agree that this is in the brown sugar side of the map. I do feel like this is very well crafted. I think that they did a great job with this. And fortunately, we already know just how much better everything gets because of the single barrel cask strengths that we have that are like 8 years here. This is a great intermediate. I will say 90 to 100 might be a smidge much. Where I think where this is priced for me is it's at the buy it once level. I could see myself buying this once, but if this was shelf available and it's just sitting there all the time, where if I finish one bottle, would I go buy another one immediately? So I always have a bottle of this. I don't think I would at 90 to 100. I think I would closer to 70. Nice. But that being said, if you've always wanted a 13th Colony rye, if you have the opportunity to grab this one, it's an easy purchase to try it once and then make your own assessment on it.
I agree. I like this one, but it's not gonna be 9+, but it's definitely not gonna be sub 8. That's for sure. But yeah, that price tag is a little high. Yeah, but this would go well just drinking it straight. This would make a killer, higher proof cocktail.
Ooh, yeah.
No doubt about that. That being said, I like what you said about the matching of the youth and the sugary. They kind of offset each other where it's like not too youthy. But I added some water. Same kind of notes, a little thinner, which makes sense. But also sugar shows up a little more. Synthetic sugar slightly shows up, and I feel like it'll be amplified if I add a little ice. That's synthetic sugar. So I prefer it neat so far. All right, grabbing an ice cube.
Totally agree on the synthetic sugar with water. Although it is like, I think I get more fruit notes with water, but they're not necessarily not really fruit notes that I like. It's more like synthetic candy fruit, manufactured fruit flavors. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's kind of like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Added some ice. Very muted on the nose with the ice pour.
Understandably.
There's more whiskey here. Don't know where that came from.
Ooh. Yeah. Wow.
My hand is slightly cold now.
That's weird. If I learned anything in thermo, it's that shouldn't happen. Yeah. Yeah. Price wise too, if you consider secondary pricing, I believe the single barrel, the ones that aren't insane, HAZMAT, 13 years or whatever, the single barrels that are like 8-year 135 proof, I think they're around 250 or so.
Yeah,
on secondary.
I think that's so. I think I spent 210. I want to say on each.
And yours was
I shouldn't say that.
From a store, right?
Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was 150. I forget.
Okay, yeah, mine was actually. Pause that sentiment real quick. With the ice, it's grainy. It almost smells like a single malt. Am I crazy?
See that? I didn't like the palate. Like, I would never drink this again with an ice cube.
I would never drink this again with ice cube. Man, that guy.
Yeah, no, I hate drinking with that guy.
Yeah. Speaking of Ice Cube, we watched the War of the Worlds movie.
I heard that was trash.
Sam did a happy hour watch along thing with a coworker where they both have their laptops up, and she lives in California and we live here, and fun. They just it's like what's the Mystery Science Theater 3000? They sit there and they just write little quips to each other to just tear the movie apart as we watch it.
Wait, so they weren't audio? They weren't like on a call?
No, it's just
that's funny. That makes it even better where you're like, all right, writing it out. Yeah. I think I'd prefer to drink this with ice cube than with an ice cube.
Yeah, me too, without a doubt. Yeah. No doubt. It's past the ice cube test for sure. The personal ice cube test, not the frozen water ice cube test. Back to the secondary sentiment. It is priced well if all that's available to you is secondary on the single barrel train, where it's like, would I would rather buy this 2025 cast strength for 100 than spend 250 on a single barrel from, somebody on the secondary, whatever. So
tell you what, that's good advice to 13th Colony. You're doing great things, 13th Colony, but put 2 more years on it.
Yeah,
2 more years, baby.
Yeah, and maybe they're growing, and maybe their stock's growing, and maybe in a couple of years, instead of 4 to 6,
Jack
maybe
Daniels.
it'll be 5 to 7 or whatever. That would be
throwing higher age statements over time.
Yeah, heck yeah, for sure.
Yeah, maybe they'll do their like cast strength plus or pro plus or something like that.
Plus,
and it'll be it'll be like starting at 6 or 4 to 6, and then it'll be like 6 to 8, and then it'll be like pro plus is like 8 to 10.
The old school Android phone names, like the Samsung Quantum LE LTE X. Wi-Fi plus X double plus.
Oh, I forgot the old ones. Yeah, they're like with color.
Yeah, back
like
in the day,
Nintendo DS and like the Game Boy, and then all those.
Dude, well, no, I just mean appending names on names on.
Oh
names
yeah, like
names.
Continuing to throw things on. Yeah, like the Razor, the Crazer, and then the Crazer Plus. Wi-Fi LTE. Whatever. I don't know.
Plus Pro Max. Yeah.
Plus Pro Max. Yeah. Speaking of which, the Pixel is having a release in 2 weeks, and I always get the new Pixel, so I'm kind of excited. But it honestly doesn't look like it's different than the Pixel 9. They're doing the Pixel 10 this year, and I'm like, it looks like the exact same phone as the Pixel 9. But I still got to get it because I always do. So
love it. Yeah, I agree. It's like lately, like what can they really do to make it like stand out, And I don't just mean Pixel, I mean anything. Like even I have my iPhone's like 2 years old. I didn't have a reason to get last year's one, but I might get the next one. No, I shouldn't have.
I don't understand you sometimes. Like I don't get mad at you. You know us. We never get mad at each other. But I don't understand how you could be a Pixel dude for so long and then be such a iPhone dude after switching. Like no one does that.
I tell you what it boils down to for me is after you've had your phone for like a year plus.
It's hard to translate again.
No. I'm going a different way with this. Okay. If you were to draw a graph of responsiveness over time being the length of time that you've owned your phone.
Yeah.
And I mean responsiveness, like when I hit that back button, I want it to friggin' go back immediately.
You have a back button?
Perfect. Yeah, perfect response. Thank you. I deserve that. Pixel, like after a year plus you've owned this phone, if you go hitting some button, it takes a sec. And
that's funny. I wouldn't know.
Sometimes even the little like vibration bump when you hit that button like would take a sec. But with iPhones, as they get older, their responsiveness stays higher than Pixels, in my opinion.
Well, you've heard of battery.
Let me know if I'm
right?
wrong in the comments. What?
You know about battery gate, right?
Battery gate.
How they would intentionally put it in the code to
changing the subject
down.
now?
No, this is not Pixel. Like this, this is like something that it was like a class action lawsuit against Apple, saying, you remember this? Saying like
I do.
In the code, if it's like 2 or 3 years old as a phone, intentionally slow down so that people will buy a new phone.
Yeah. I do. And nonetheless, despite battery gate, I've had better experiences with responsiveness over time.
Yeah, I believe it. Here's the funny thing. I wouldn't know because I get a new one every year. So
that's a great point. That's a great point. And the reason why I harp on that is I think that's the number one most infuriating thing for me.
Oh, for sure.
Like
it can get frustrating.
I don't get infuriated often, but I do with driving when other people drive like crap, and with and with like technology, when it's supposed to be working, it's supposed to do the thing that I'm doing right now, and it's just not doing the thing. Like the what's the movie with the emotions personified?
Inside Out.
Inside Out. When the red dude goes and he the fire comes up on his head. That's
feel.
Me when I'm doing something that it's like I am hitting the button and the button's supposed to be doing something. My hair catches on fire.
We're very similar. And at work, it's sometimes even worse, especially when I work from home and the Excel workbook isn't saving right or something like that. I'm like, my fist will touch the desk.
Touch with a certain amount of force applied. Yes,
exactly.
Oh my gosh. Are we done with this tangent? That was crazy.
Whew. I guess so. Yeah. But I'll say one more thing. I get validation that your wife is a pixel woman and that she doesn't. Did she switch?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Sam.
Yeah. So whenever 2 years ago when the phone came out, I got that one. And then 1 year ago when the phone came out, Sam is on iPhone now. Yeah. So we can send adorable stickers of our baby to each other, and they actually work because it's the same messaging platform between the two of us.
That's not what it's about, though. You know that. Okay, I'm not even going to go there because we don't have the time. But you know that that's not Google's fault. That is 100% Apple's fault. Yeah,
I do much.
They do it well. They do it really well.
Yeah.
All right, let's drink this Double Oak John. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. Nope. No, we need to be done with that. Yeah.
So, all right. Comment Team Pixel or Team iPhone this is so dark. This is like maple syrup grade AA, you know? Wow. I don't know if I've ever poured such a dark pour. This is like diluted coffee.
Yeah, right, dude.
Look at that, viewers. You got to get on YouTube to see this. I'm swirling it, and it's like coffee. It's like iced coffee. Look at that. That's that Southern double oaked environment, baby.
It is like iced coffee. I poured way too much here. I'm actually really excited about this. But I tell you what I'm also doing here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just see how it measures up to GTS here. So here's a GTS pop for you. Oh, that was lovely.
Beautiful as always.
Yeah, right. This is going in my Bowman Glen here.
Nice.
Oh, so applicable. And then I also have a little backup too. Yes, in true Bryan fashion, I have sipped the 13th Colony before, and I tell you,
for a few weeks.
What it actually reminded me of the first time I sipped it was this. Garrison Cowboy. Mm-hmm. So I have this bottle on standby. I may or may not pour a little bit of this, but the question that needed to be answered today for sure was, is this on the GTS level? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So I will do that for you. I will do that.
Especially for how cool and hyped this bottle was.
Yeah.
All right. Nose.
Wow.
It's a pleasant I mean, it does remind me of like a stag or a George T. Stag. Not as fruity, but as bourbony potent, but also not unpleasant at all. Like this is 0% unpleasant in my opinion.
Yeah. I am getting a surprising amount of fruit on the nose. I did not. I thought it was going to be dustier, mustier than this. I am in the deepest of purple fruits on the nose over here.
It's way more fruity than the Ryes.
100% agree.
Yeah,
100%.
Oh man!
Wow,
that was worth holding on to. That was worth getting a proxy for.
Oh yeah, gigantic, humongous shout out to Rick. Yeah. My buddy Rick, not too long ago, was like, "Yeah, I'm doing a cross country trip. I'm going to stop into 13th Colony," and I was like, "Can you grab this for me, please?"
Yeah.
And also, gigantic.
And it was right in the time frame.
Rick is also the guy who does our Glen etching.
Oh, nice!
Glen etching Glenetching is my favorite Scotch distillery too, by the way.
Yes, I love that.
I know, yeah. So anyway, shout out to Rick and his extraordinary Glen etching skills. If you need a Glen etched, let me know and I will hook you up with Rick. Yeah. No one etches a Glen harder than Rick. Yeah.
I use that all the time. Like there was something I said yesterday that was like
you do. It'll never. Do you get down in a bad way, or what is it?
You get into that in a big way.
Yes.
Or when someone says, "Oh, I did this," I'm like, "Dude, I do that hard." Like, and then adding, and then one of my other favorites, but I don't do it often on the podcast, is adding meat to other words. That makes it sound really disgusting. Like, oh, I got a meat glass, or this meat whiskey, or something like that. I don't know
what. I don't even get it. Like, if it's just a you're not supposed to get it thing, then I get it.
But, like, think about it. It's like I don't get meat hands, or like that guy's got a strong meat nose going on, and you're like, what does that even mean? But you like don't get it. But it just sounds disgusting.
Man, this is the most kids these days moment I've had with you, Cole.
I don't know. I'm. It's not even a kids these days. Like it's like I grew up with a really good friend. Shout out to Chris, who me and him had a very, very chaotic sense of humor. Like think like our sense of humor very much matches with the show. I Think You Should Leave. Like that's kind of how we think, is like those kind of things where it's like things get awkward, and then they get more awkward. That's kind of like how we were. Yeah.
Love it. Dude. So my first set, the very first thing that came to my mind was leather. So I'm leather dominant on this. It is musty. This has, so actually at the same time, it's more syrupy than musty. This is leather, burnt brown sugar, syrupy, musty. That's where this is. This is I've used the words deep, dark, dank a bunch with other stuff. Yeah. But that stuff has like a dusty and delicate in a way characteristic. Nothing about this is delicate. This is a bull in a china closet. What china closet? What china cabinet? Whew, close one.
China shop is what I hear.
This is a bull just terrorizing
with a lot of fancy china all around.
Yeah. There is. It's very powerful, potent, syrupy leather darkness.
I would compare this to George T. Stagg.
I am comparing this to George T. Stagg.
Yeah, no. I would also put this at a similar level to George T. Stagg. This is a killer pour. This is the differences between this and a George T. Stagg are this is slightly less fruity than Stagg typically is. But also this is a little drier at the finish. But it's still got fruit. It's still got sweet. It's a banger. Like this is better than I even expected. I wonder what the prior batches tasted like, because I heard great things about those of the double oaks. So tell me, I guess I don't know. This isn't like the 2025 double oaked. It's just a random single barrel that they double oaked.
Yep.
So the releases they've done before are batches. Am I not right? Am I wrong?
They are batches.
And most of them aren't hazmat.
All of them are not hazmat.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Yep. They are 139.2. I mean, like they're, I made up that number. I don't know that that's one. They're all very much close to hazmat.
Yeah.
But there's never been a hazmat double oak batch And I'm assuming here a little bit, but I believe what happened. Is of their double oaked lot that they have double oaking right now. The master distiller was going through and tasting them and identified this one as a standout in some way. So and probably said, this is ready right now. So they probably pulled that one barrel and vatted it because he identified it as something special and unique.
Yeah.
And then they said, let's just release this on a complete one-off, not part barrel of any line at all. This is just a total by itself thing of a single barrel double oaked because it was identified as being special.
Good on you, Graham Arthur.
Graham, there it is. Thank you. I was blanking on the name.
Graham Arthur, that's right. Good choice. This is ready.
Dang.
I just dropped a few drops.
Good.
Go ahead.
While you sip, I did GTS twice, 2 sips of GTS. GTS is way fruitier, but it also comes off as youthier.
Wow, compared to this.
Compared to this, there is ethanol burn present on 2024, by the way. 2024 GTS. There's ethanol burn there relative to the 13th Colony double oaked. I don't get the ethanol youthy burn on the 2024 double oaked, and it might just be because it's so heavy and syrupy and thick. It's just thicker than the GTS is. The GTS stays a little delicate, a little thinner, a little more brighter purple. While I said the 13th Colony was deep, dark, leathery purple.
Nice. This is great though. With a little water. What I noticed was that the nose was fruitier. The palate was slightly fruitier. Still a great pour. Until not until the finish was worse than, or it was not as good as the neat. The finish got a little too dry too quick, but not in a terrible way. It's still a good pour, but just not as good as the neat pour. Yeah.
To satisfy my own curiosity, this isn't, I'm not doing this because I think the listeners want to know.
Doing it for the vine.
I'm not doing this because the listener wants to know. I'm doing this because I want to know. I just poured a smidge of the Garrison. And another thing I noticed between GTS and the 13th was the 13th came across more smoky and barrel char, charcoaly burnt, spent wood. I got more of that on the 13th. And then now I'm nosing the Garrison, and the Garrison is way more, even more so charcoaly burnt, spent wood. Yeah, on the nose at least. Let me take a sip.
What?
Oh my God. I haven't had this in forever. This tastes like the most sugary old-fashioned version. Any of these. Oh my gosh. The Garrison is like
Angostura bitters up in there.
The Garrison is like you could pour this on pancakes and like it would just be like your syrup for your pancakes.
Wow.
The Garrison is kind of a joke compared to the other two. I almost don't even want to finish this, but I will.
Throw it down. Do it for the vine.
All right. Let me drink a bunch of water.
I will talk while you drink a bunch of water about the ice pour. Nose, very tame, but still there. Not top tier nose as it was with the neat pour nose. Still fruity, still good. Might remind me of a Stag Junior or a Stag nose. Not a bad nose. It just was better with the neat pour, in my opinion.
Man, so now I'm afraid I contaminated myself a bit.
Okay.
But with water.
Oh, with the yeah.
Well, contaminated myself with Garrison and everything. I did water. I took a sip. I smelled it. I didn't get any fruit anymore. I just got kind of bitter oak.
Okay.
So I don't want to risk any more of this. And I just dropped a cube in my water pour. So let's see what happens.
I actually like the ice pour. I think it's.
Oh, yeah?
I actually think it's amazing, especially for an ice pour. I just can't. I can't get over how dark this liquid is, even with some ice in it.
Okay, actually, the notes on the ice was it was all just dry oak, but then when I sipped with ice, it was very sweet, lots of sugar.
Just right up my
lots
alley.
of sugar, but still no fruit. So what little fruit I got on this was with neat. So I think I'm neat number 1, but I think I'm ice 2, water 3, because the ice tames the proof and just makes it more sippable and everything too. So yeah.
Based on your recollection, what would you have proofed this at based on your neat pour? It
like
wouldn't
if
have been HAZMAT for me. I'll tell you that.
Oh, where would I have pegged it?
Yeah.
I probably would have said 135 plus. I probably
like
would have said 136.
Okay.
Did you say you would have said 130?
Which is a good thing. Like sometimes HAZMAT can be a little overpowering. I did not get any overpowering proof. I did get nice, beautiful, overpowering flavor, and overpowering is not a bad thing when it comes to the flavor. But I wasn't ever like coughing it up or like, this is really strong. But then again, I do enjoy.
Speaking of overpowering HAZMAT, this is a direct question to you, Cole. Did you see conversations with me on acquiring a Kings County bottle?
No. Where's this on that one Discord?
That one Discord. That's correct. Buddy in New York from that one Discord helped me pick up this, and it is signed by Colin.
Colin, nice, yeah.
Ready for this?
I am. That is dark. 70 what? 79?
79.1%
When did you get this? Recently?
Yeah, about a week or 2 ago.
Are you gonna send me some?
Yes, 100%, absolutely. Now, get this.
Go ahead.
Peated bourbon.
Oh, and that high proof? Wow.
Right? I know. Like, talk about insane. Yeah. So I have this insane pour for us to try sometime.
That I was convinced this will be our darkest pour like ever, but I think we're gonna be beat soon. So
yeah.
That's cool.
We might not even entry buzz that one.
Seriously. Yeah. 79%. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, 79%. Yeah. 100.
It sounded so crazy to say it out loud. You thought you said it wrong.
It's exactly right. Yeah, because that's almost a legal whiskey percentage. Or I'm sorry, proof.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You could go half and half water and almost have it be a legal bourbon.
Oh yeah. All right, let's rate these.
Yeah, actually, we didn't even rate the rye.
There's a spread here between Southern Cask Strength Rye and the double oak, but that was expected. Let's be honest here. Yeah. The Southern Cask Strength Rye, I'm going to give it an 8.4. Good, great, better than I expected for a 4 to 6 year. But then again, for 13th Colony, I did expect a tiny bit more. But that being said, it's still a great pour. So 8.4, good stuff. Keep it up. Age it 2 more years. I didn't say that, but I did say that. So take that. All
right.
Yeah, and then you can do yours, and then we'll do the double oaked.
Cool. So while we're talking about the rye, here's what I'm going to say. Hot take. I have not been too impressed with the annual release bourbons.
That's actually a great point.
2024, 2025, they were good, but they weren't standout. I don't remember what I rated them, but I'm willing to bet that I kind of said, yeah, they more pros than cons kind of thing.
For sure.
I am more impressed with the 2025 rye. So I do think that the rye clearly stands out. I think that it's good. I think that value wise, it might be priced a smidge on the high side. And I get their pricing structure. It's priced the same as the cask strength bourbons, and that's totally fine. You might find yourself buying one of these, but you might not find yourself buying multiple of these at that price point. So I'm going to say clearly stands out. I'm going to say B. There were characteristics about this that I really liked. But there really wasn't hardly anything that I didn't like. There wasn't, there were very little dislikes, if any, on this at all. So I'm going to go B, well above average, clearly stands out.
I'll say one more thing before we move over to the double oaked. I just poured a similar proof rye, and I poured Old Overholt batch 1 cask strength 10 years. 120 proof, 121 proof. It is 10 years. I forgot how nutty this is, but then again, it's a Beam product. I do prefer, makes sense, the 10-year Old Overholt. That being said, it's not too far off. And for a 4 to 6 year rye, they're doing all right. They're doing all right. So good on them. And we're honest. If we get a free bottle of whiskey, we're not just going to tell them what they want to hear. I do think they should age it longer. I do think there's room to grow, but I think it's a decent pour. So yeah, buy it. Buy it once. Figure it out.
Good highlight. It is a 4 to 6 year.
That's it.
Whiskey, 4 to 6 year rye. Like it absolutely tastes like a 4 to 6 year rye. And that's why
better than most.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I think you're helping me realize my price assessment. And I keep saying like, you might buy it once, but you might not buy it multiple times because my brain can't forget that it's a 4 to 6 year rye. And a 4 to 6 year cask strength rye just in my brain shouldn't be $100. So that's why I wish this was like 70 something.
But also, like, think about it. Find me a better 4 to 6 year cask strength rye than this.
Yeah.
That's something to be said.
Totally agree.
7 year, different story. Different story.
Yeah.
But
7's a make or break point for sure.
7 is a make or break. That Willet 7 year family estate that I had before the most recent one. Oh my goodness.
Willet is a special case though, because
especially
it's either their distillate or not.
Yeah, exactly. Pre their own distillate. Oh man. I don't know how they did it. Have no idea how they made MGP rye taste so good, but they did.
Yeah.
Sad part is they're not doing MGP rye much anymore. So that's the sad part.
All right.
That's so okay. Real quick, before we get into the double oak, there is something to be said there. And maybe it's a future what whiskey would you choose or something like that. But there's something to be said. We talk about good for you, distillery. You're sourcing someone else's stuff until you distill your own stuff. That's not always the best option. I don't know. Like, Willet did better when they were sourcing.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. Yeah.
Can you even think of another distillery that's doing better now that they're not sourcing?
Now that they're not sourcing. That's a good question. Because they developed their reputation on the sourcing and like I don't know.
I know. I'm sitting here. I literally cannot think of another distillery that's doing better now that they're not sourcing.
Says that tells a story right there. That question tells a big story. When we're lauding these distilleries for like, all right, you finally got your own distillate, and yet it's not as good, you know? I mean, I think of like Bardstown Bourbon Company, New Riff,
High West.
High West, absolutely.
I know. I love the idea. I love the idea that that there's a lot more 13th Colony distillate in their recent batches, and they're sitting there like because they're like slipping under the radar that it's actually like better, and we don't even know that, we can't even tell that it's their own distillate. So hopefully you're doing well over there.
I mean, that's real. And that says something about established distilleries such as MGP.
Yeah.
Is that they really have honed in on a good product. And don't get me wrong, Willet might turn up in 10 years and just be this killer product because they've actually honed in on something.
I mean,
but so far,
obviously it takes time. It takes time to develop your own. It takes time to hone your stuff in. It takes time. And so when you start out too strong and then you try to bring your young product that you have like 6 years tops of experience distilling, like you're never going to measure up.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna mention one thing and you'll be like, oh, that makes sense. Pre-Fire Heaven Hill.
So I'm not gonna say, oh, that makes sense. Because last episode I was sipping the pre-fire. What was that last episode or two ago? I really, there was similarities, but there weren't a lot of differences.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Like you had a good few comparisons. Yeah.
I do feel like the pre-fire to post-fire, there wasn't a gigantic difference. There was a difference, but there wasn't a gigantic difference. So
no, that's I appreciate that. Yeah.
But you know what? So like High West does not do a lot of single barrels. Like they do single barrels, but they don't have these like very prominent releases that are all single barrels. So High West has so much more opportunity to blend their own distillate in over a longer period of time, more slowly, to try to bring whatever their distillate is to
merge it a little bit
to market. And like somebody who does a lot of single barrels like Willet, it's just like suddenly it's
a great point.
MGP, or suddenly it's sourced, and then suddenly it's not. Like rather than having like a nice blend, so you can just start blending your stuff to get your customer base acclimated over multiple years, like High West did. Willet is not doing that at all. So that's
the hard part is that Willet gained this reputation. And sadly, that reputation is being robbed from them, which
by themselves,
by themselves. And it's like, you guys did so well. And like, I get it. You want to make your own stuff because obviously they're going to be similar, but they're not, they're not similar. Like they're that different that you can't. So like, if we're going to start our own distillery, Brian, let's keep it separate somehow. We'll do like
you gotta keep it separated.
Keep it separated. Hey, don't pay no mind. This is for the Whiskey Shaman because I know he's an Offspring fan. You're under 18, you won't be doing anytime. But when we set, do our own distillery, like we're gonna do some sourced and some of our own. Like who does that? Like I want to say New Riff does that. Like where they're like, I don't know, do they?
Not sure.
Doesn't New Riff, isn't the New Riff brand only New Riff distillate?
Not sure.
I'm not sure either. But like what we got to do is say like, because I know OKI was like usually
MGP,
which was New Riff. It was the same company. But I think New Riff is only distillate from New Riff. But like if we do and we build up our our sourced brand, build it up real good. We if we do that and then we start distilling our own stuff, we're gonna put a separate brand. Like it'll be like you know, what is it? I don't know who does that,
Separate
but like
line.
that's what we'll do. We'll say
Bardstown Discovery versus
yeah, that's it.
what's
versus
what's the
Origins.
other Origin. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so shout out to Bardstown.
You guys are doing it all right. And like, hopefully, I honestly think their own distillate is not even close to some of their Discovery stuff.
They probably think that too.
Yeah, no, a lot of people wrote it. And but if they were to hone in on their own product over the years, and they are producing like crazy, which is good. Like the more you produce, the more you hone in. And so that's all I got to say is do it like that. So when we start our distillery, Brian, we got to do both and continue both and not ever combine the two. So people will know, you know, the source is always trustworthy and the distillate is always getting better.
Dude, sounds like you're talking about Bardstown, man.
Yeah, that's it.
I love it.
So. All right, let's review or rate this double oak.
This is so great. Yeah. This is the tangent episode. Not that it's the most tangents, but it's the best and longest tangents. I
agree. But they're good. They're worth it.
Double oaked. Hit me with your double oaked. What you got?
I'm gonna go numerical here, and I'll think about the rating scale. But numerical, this reads at a 9.4. I think this is unique. I think this is delicious. I think this is really cool that it is like a 142 or 141. And it's really good. This is really good. This is George T. Stagg level stuff. I've had worse George T. Staggs than this. I've had this is better than some George T. Staggs. And I would say this is at least an A. Yeah.
Nice. I took one more sip. I poured a little bit more. I took one more sip because the very final question that I had to answer was, is there any youth on this at all? Yeah. Because that was a great pour drop, by the way. Tune in on YouTube if you want to see that. Yeah. The George T. Stagg had more ethanol than this does. And but the George T. Stagg had a great balance of ethanol and purple fruits. And I mean like ripe, rich, sweet purple fruits. So I wanted to come back to the 13th Colony one more time. And I wanted to ask myself, is there any ethanol on this pour at all? And my answer was no. The 13th Colony double oaked single barrel HAZMAT has like, it is HAZMAT. And somehow it has no youth on this at all. All it has
HAZMAT, but has no youth.
HAZMAT. Yeah. Tons of mat, no youth. It just is heavy sweetness and heavy syrupy, thick. It has deep, dark purple fruits. It has leather. It is delicious. I haven't had a lot of different George T. Staggs. I haven't had the HAZMAT George T. Stagg.
You don't have that 144.1, baby.
Someday. But to me, this 13th Colony tastes like what I imagine the best George T. Stagg tastes like. And then I just gotta say, side note to the Garrison, if you're worried that southern climate, hot, syrupy, thick, fake sweetness is gonna come across like it does on a Garrison, it does not. I can 100%
no synthetic nasty.
100% confirm that synthetic sweet nasty. That's kind of on the Garrison. Sorry guys,
especially Cowboy.
It's not present on the 13th Colony at all. So the 13th Colony is just the heaviest, sweetest, not ethanol hot pour that you hope it could be.
And one last thing, decent ice pour. decent ice pour.
Decent ice pour. I totally agree. Yeah. So if you're one of the 89 other people who have this bottle, throw an ice cube in there and see what happens.
That's a great point. Yeah. And if you have the means, I highly recommend picking one up. All right. Now that we've given our ratings, what do you think this would go on the secondary before we give our
actually, I didn't even rate it. I mean, obviously my rating's 8+.
Oh yeah, rate it.
It is truly exceptional. The question that was asked earlier was, is it George T. Stagg level? 100%. It is George T. Stagg level. My rating is A+. Nice. It was immediately hubba to what I recognized. This is special when I sipped it. It is just as fantastic as you hoped it could be. Secondary wise, obviously not a lot of volume on this. There are only 89 other bottles. This one's not getting sold on secondary. Sorry. I've seen it listed at several thousands. I think the first one was like 4,500 or something. Obviously, it didn't sell. Didn't sell. But I have seen offers for the 1,000 to 2,000 mark. So we'll just kind of average and say
for them,
this is probably in the 1,000 to 2,000s. If there was more volume, it would probably be moving closer to 2,000.
That's cool. No, I dig it. I mean, it makes sense. Like, this is very unique, just as good as a George T. Stagg. I actually changed my letter score. I'm going to go with A+ as well. Nice. Looking through it, it is hubba to what. You immediately recognize this is special, and for special occasions only kind of pour. So definitely an A+. All right. Now that we've given our ratings, let's move it over to the next segment of the show. A segment we like to call Whiskey World News.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is Whiskey World News, and today we're reading an email from Sazerac PR, Mr. Corey McCauley, good friend of the podcast, Corey McCauley. Yeah. He says that the next release in the A. Smith Bowman Distilleries Oak series is officially here.
Yeah,
Hungarian Oak is the latest in this series and final release for the experiment. It rounds out the Bowman's experiment with oak varietals, which was first French oak, followed by American oak. This Hungarian oak release is made from a blend of liquids. A blend of liquids.
Just standard liquids. Distillate sounds a lot cooler.
Oh God, why do I find that so funny? That derailed me completely. A blend of liquids, mystery liquids, aged for 12 years in charred Hungarian oak barrels, bottled at 115 proof.
Okay. A little lower.
The opportunity. Yeah. Oh, yeah. A little lower, but still great though, dude. 115. And 12-year 115 Bowman triple distilled Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. It can't be bad.
All right. Opportunity to purchase a limited bottle of Abraham Bowman Oak Series Hungarian Oak will occur through an online lottery taking place from August 11 to August 18. Crap. When does this episode come out? Crap.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now.
Thank you. 19. Good. Episode comes out on the 19th.
Okay. It's all right. Tomorrow. Tomorrow the lottery begins.
Yeah, but dude, tomorrow as we're recording, this episode comes out on the 19th.
Right. Oh, snap. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the takeaway. If you're listening to this and you're like,
sign up by noon.
Dang it, I missed it. You got to tune into the A. Smith Bowman Instagram page here to see.
Well, they technically have until noon on the day we release this episode. So
on the 19th, really?
On the 18th. So a week from tomorrow is the 18th.
Yeah. Turns out I can't do math. 11 plus 7 is 18.
Yeah.
Or noon Eastern, right? So 9 AZ time.
Yeah. 9 o'clock. Baby.
So Wayne, if you're listening, you gotta apply before 9 a.m. here. So consumers nationwide are invited to enter the lottery. However, winners must purchase in person at the A. Smith Bowman gift shop within 3 weeks of winning. So 3 weeks from August 18 is when you need to get to Virginia by in order to pick this
hang
up.
out with me while you're here.
Yeah. If you won, let Cole know. Cole will hang out with you. He will slyly steal 4 ounces from you, and then y'all have a good time. So limit 1 entry per person, blah, blah, blah. Submit a form here. Winners will be randomly selected on August 20. So if you enter on this, you will hear results on August 20, notified via email immediately. Notified via cell phone. David Bach will call you personally to let you know that you won. Each 750 ml bottle will be sold at $80 plus tax. Nice. $80. God, $80 for this bottle. All day, every day.
That's worth it. Yeah.
I know. Sign me up.
12 year, 115. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They do good stuff. All right. I'll buy it if I win it. But I have won it before. I got the French Oak lottery one. So I have a chance.
Yeah,
that's right. Me and my wife.
Yeah, they gotta have a Cask drink coming up too, maybe in a couple months here. Surely.
Probably. Well, usually it's like early year, right?
Yeah,
like
it used to be December-ish, and then I think the last one was actually January, February. So maybe it won't be till next year. Yeah. Anyway,
love what they're doing over there.
I do. I also love what they're doing. Yeah, we've tasted a lot of what they're doing, like that.
We've drank it from those barrels.
That new make rye.
That new make rye. Keep an eye out in a few years, peeps.
I know. Yeah, in a few 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
All right, moving into what whiskey would you choose? We do not have results yet. We are recording very early because of Cole's vacation, but we're gonna continue the distillery series, pitting distilleries against each other. Last week we had the Suntory showdown here between Maker's Mark and
Beam. Yeah.
Beam Suntory. Yeah. Beam versus Maker's Mark. So now this week we're asking you Heaven Hill versus Four Roses. I like this. I feel like this is pretty on par here. So
it's a good matchup.
If you were to call yourself a homer, if you were the man, your love of whiskey revolves around either Heaven Hill or Four Roses, which is it gonna be?
I thought about this, not too hard, but it's gonna be Four Roses here. Here's why: is that Heaven Hill can put out some bangers. Don't get me wrong. But I don't love Elijah Craig's or Elijah Craig barrel proofs. Don't like specifically think they're top tier. And then on the other hand, I don't think I've ever loved one of their wheated bourbons.
Dude, for sure.
I always.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And so the ryes are decent. Like I can enjoy a Pikesville, or heck, I enjoyed the 10-year Parker's rye. That was good. But I will always buy a reasonably priced Four Roses barrel strength, single barrel strength. Like no matter what the recipe, no matter what the price. I mean, not no matter what the price, no matter what the proof. If it's like between 60 and 100, I'm buying that thing. Like no questions asked about single barrel strength Four Roses. So understand. And I do think honestly, I would buy the Four Roses small batch select 10 times before I bought an Elijah Craig. So
before you bought normal Elijah Craig.
Yes, normal Elijah Craig. Yeah.
Dang,
they're about the same.
There's plenty I agree with there, like what you just said. But there's some I disagree with. I'm going Heaven Hill. I'll take the opposite on this one, fortunately, here. So Heaven Hill's diversity, I appreciate more than Four Roses.
They do have more diversity.
Four Roses does a really cool thing. 2 mash bills, 5 yeast strains, 10 different
10 recipes.
10 different combinations. That is really cool, and that is cool. Scientific, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate that to the extent that I have one of every, at least one of every mash or combination in a drawer behind me somewhere. Yeah, OBSK is number one though, that's for sure. But Heaven Hill, their diversity, they spread wider, and they can hit higher, but they also can hit lower, definitely. But I love that. I love that Heaven Hill can have single malts, or straight malt whiskeys. They can have weeded bourbons, which I do not like. Side note,
always get me excited, but I hate them all. I don't hate them all. I just don't like them all. Yeah,
I did. You might have remembered me last episode talking about the VVS 13 year that Mayor McCheese sent me.
It was kind of a letdown.
No,
a little bit.
Mr. Krabs sent me the VVS, and I just, to this day, even now after having VVS, an old Fitzgerald cannot make me happy. It cannot make me happy. I poured my 8-year, which is pretty good. The 8-year old Fitzgerald that came out recently. And then I tried it against the VVS, dude. And that VVS, it's great and all. And it has a nice long finish. It has really interesting, deep tobacco notes and everything. But it is not a great whiskey at all, by my opinion. So prove me wrong. If you've got a great wheat whiskey that you're making out there, or a wheat,
change my mind.
Here's
a question. Four Roses limited editions or Parker's Heritage in general, not the best of each. In general, what would you, if you had the choice of next year's unannounced Parker's Heritage or next year's unannounced limited edition Four Roses, what would you choose?
Parker's, easily, for the same reason. I would rather have Parker's that hit at the peak and Parker's that hit at the minimum, rather than having a Four Roses limited edition that is always good. Always
no
good.
No doubt. Yeah.
I would rather have the highs and the lows than the always mid.
That's cool. I dig that. Having tried things like Al Young and having tried things like Elliott Select, I might lean Four Roses on that one as well. But then again, there's the 10th edition, which was mind blowing.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah. So like, all together, I would say the best of Parker's Heritage was better than the best of limited edition Four Roses. But I think I would go Four Roses because it is usually always great. But there aren't, like this year's Parker's Heritage is like, bro, like seriously.
That's what so Brian Duncan got one of those
already.
And Brian Duncan got one of the cognac finished single malts, or a straight malt whiskey or whatever it is. But I didn't want him to open it. And so I got a sample from somebody else and I split it with Brian so that we could try it before he opened it. And because of that sample, Brian was like, nah, I'm not opening this. And I've tried it. And I remember it being like super mediocre, but at the same time, I'm on a Discord with a bunch of, it's the Your Drinking Buddy Discord. A lot of people in there have had it and they all really love it a lot.
Nice.
So maybe one of these days I'll get to try it again here. But my first assessment of that was not really that great.
What's the details of this current announced it's like a American whiskey and it's like a 13-year or something like that.
Oh, I forgot. Parker's. Maybe I'll do it on Whiskey World News next year. Next year. But I remember reading it and being like not really that impressed either.
Oh, it looked like a cop out.
I agree.
Where they're like, we got to do something. Let's just throw a bunch of whiskeys together.
That's what the one this year sounded like too. The cognac. finished.
Yeah. Let's try something
Whatever.
random. Throw it out there.
Man.
Why don't they do
that?
Promise of Hope or like the 27 year again? What
It's
happened to that?
It's probably because they used all those good barrels already and they don't have any good barrels anymore.
They're a huge distillery.
Now, I've never had it, so I cannot give an honest assessment about this at all. But just from mentality, imagining what it might be like, the orange curacao finish. Dude,
I heard good things.
You've heard good things?
I've heard good things. I heard it was like maybe not from everyone. From some people, they're like it's crap, But the Nick at the bar last night, he's like, don't quote me on this. But the Curacao was one of my favorite Parkers of all time.
And you just quoted him on it.
And I quoted him on this. There goes his credibility.
That's great.
No, I'm kidding.
Well, dude, if you ever wanted a Parker's Orange Curacao, I'm pretty sure that is the lowest priced secondary Parker's in existence. I want to say like 275, maybe. I think it's slightly below $3.
Wow. What was retail? Like 200 or something?
I don't know back then, but lately it's 2 to 250 maybe. Yeah.
That's funny, man. God. All right, we're going long today, but that's okay. What are we drinking next week? We got to think of something cool.
I know, we don't know. I tell you what, it's been a long time since we have done anything scotchy. So like scotchy might be fun, or like an American single malt might be fun. At the same time, though, if you can think of anything that is another like recent release that we need to go ahead and get out there, I'm down for getting recent releases out there, but I'm also down for some weird stuff. If we got some weird stuff. Look behind you.
I don't want to do it next episode, but I do. Maybe what time of year is it? It's August. We might not want to wait until December or the chilies to do the barrel 80, but maybe we will. But let's see. We do have the Ardbeg anthology in the pool.
Is that what's the drink along?
That is Ardbeg Eureka.
That's right. Good.
Yeah. And then we have the batch 12 of the Kentucky Owl. So keep an eye out on Patreon, everyone. And if you're not on Patreon and you want to be a part of our drink alongs, get on patreon.com/chillfiltered on the $10 tier or more, and you can get stuff like that, like batch 12 of Kentucky Owl. Let's just break down price for a moment. Okay. How much, Brian, would you pay for Kentucky Owl happily? Maybe not like reluctantly. How much would you pay for a Kentucky Owl batch 12 on at a bar?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 120. Oh, at a bar, a pour. I was thinking a whole bottle.
Yeah.
Happily pay for a pour at a bar?
At least
happily 40. Yeah.
And Ardbeg Eureka. How much would you pay for that guy?
Ardbeg Eureka, 30. Yeah.
30. So we're up to 70. And now we have what we've already dranketed was what was it?
Old Fitz.
The Fitz. Yeah. And like 25. I would pay 25. So we're up to almost $100 value of pours. 2 ounce pours for the record. Not an ounce and a half, not an ounce. 2 ounce pours of Ardbeg Eureka, Kentucky Owl Batch 12, and Old Fitz 7-year bottled and bond. That's like about $100 value. We only charge $10 at the minimum, $10 per month. So that's, $10. 1/10. So like that's the value you're getting into on Patreon. And like Miles was recently telling me this. He was boasting for us on this. He's like, do you realize, like, when I tell people about this, he's like, I am getting $10 pours of things that I should be spending at least $30 for a month.
That's it.
So
that's it. Yeah.
If you want to be a part of our Patreon, and here's the cherry on top. If we get to $1,000 a month on patreon.com, I will butt chug a Macallan 18. Enough said. So, and it'll be audio recorded. And so
I have figured out our poll for next week.
Yeah.
I still really want to do the Hardens Creek Jacobs Wells. I need
I thought we did that
to ingest that whiskey. So
one.
if you're listening to this episode, please do me a favor and vote for the Hardens Creek Jacob's Well. But I also have the vote against that, unless Cole is furiously looking for something.
What do you have? Oh yeah,
Rare
we haven't
character.
done the Jacob's Well yet. We've done the
Rare,
Boston one.
Rare character TKO. We have not featured a TKO on the show. And
is that's not a take. That's different than take, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
The rare character, the TKO barrel
Technical
code
knockout
is a barrel code for allegedly an experimental Dickel rye mash bill that was aged at Jack Daniel's Coy Hill warehouse. So, and I have had many a TKO pour, and I can confirm they are very delicious. So I think that'd be an interesting pour to feature on the podcast, is a rare character TKO. But I want to put it against the Hardens Creek Jacob's Well because I desperately want to try the.
Have you ever tried that one, the Jacob's Well?
Nope, never.
Sweet, love to see it.
That never happens.
I know, right? I'm down. Let's do it, even though neither of them are single malts. And then the TKO, is that you said it's a Tennessee technically, right?
Yeah. The bottle says straight rye whiskey, so it is a rye.
So it's a rye. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Do you know why they call it TKO?
No. Rare character makes up their own letters for names for things.
Exceptional. Yeah. All that stuff. We have a lot of pours to add to our pool. I counted them up yesterday. I have over 40 bottles I have to add to our drink along pool. So I hope we can add them soon. I hope I have a good time on my vacation, and I hope it's a lot less kid stressful than I'm thinking it might be. But I also hope that you guys can go out and get yourself a bottle of something from 13th Colony and enjoy it quite a bit, because they are putting out good stuff. So keep an eye out for them. So
yeah. Well, I hope you just take all my hopes, because I was going to hope that he had a good vacation. Nice. I tell you what, I hope that at one of these sweet breweries that you're going to go to, I hope that you discover some really sweet beer that, like, I don't know how much beer you drink, but like, I hope you find one that's really good and you're like, dang, I remember how good beer is now.
Yeah. I go in and out of beer, but sometimes I can find very good beer. Do you drink beer?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I'm a big time. I think more. I always mix them up. Stout and porter. One is more heavy and syrupy, and I'm not about that. But one is dark. Heavy. One is dark, but it's like thin. And I'm about the thin, dark beers, whichever one that is. Yeah, let me know.
You ever had, real quick before we finish off, have you ever had 1554 from New Belgium?
No.
You might like that. It's not a stout or a porter.
Is it seasonal, or is it shelf available?
No, it's a shelfer. 1554. It's got a bicycle on it, I think.
Nice.
No, that's flat tire. It doesn't have a bicycle on it.
Oh, I've had flat tire. Flat tire was my beer of choice in college.
I think you'll like 1554. It's good. Or is it 1558? I don't care, but I hope that you try that this week. And I hope I try a good beer this week. And I hope I have a killer time at whatever bar Trevor's going to take me. And I hope that Trevor knows that he is an integral part of my whiskey journey. But most of all, listeners, viewers, friends, family, we hope that our love of whiskey lifted your spirits. Yeah, what is it? You get into that in a big way.